Welcome back to the Captains Quadrant, where we're debriefing the latest episodes of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. We're diving into those fun episodes and those episodes that left us going, huh? And we are with all of the fun with my good buddies, Jason Roy Gaston and Chase from Talking Tubi. Gentlemen, how are you both?
Good.
Well, my allergies are acting up today.
Yes, allergies!
No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't talk about allergies on the show. I have sense.
We're going to say hi to Greg. Oh, wow. And we're going to say hi to Wes. Hello, gentlemen. You guys aren't alone. There's some other people. Guys, don't be shy. Talk to us. We're very friendly. You know,
most of us are.
Yeah.
I'm debatable.
It's good to see you both. And
I'm friendly as hell.
Okay, and my Figure Universe is here as well. We are never alone as long as we remember each other. Well said, my Figure Universe. Well said. Yeah, so this was an episode. It was an episode indeed, yes. Yes, and I know one of you has a lot to say, and I will first do as we must do and get into the synopsis. Jason Regaston, if you please.
While aiding a war-torn planet, Pike and crew face scrutiny from a douchebag.
That's not right. That's not right at all.
I'm pretty sure that says douchebag.
No, I could specifically see probing journalists.
Well, and it should have.
He was hoping to do a little bit of probing.
Right?
Oh, he was really trying to do probing.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez Louise. Hello, Holly. Hello, Damon J. Good to see you. And we'll get into the rest of the comments later. Remember, for those of you that have the highest amounts at the end, you will receive an award. If you do already have one coming to you, it's all right. I can get another one. I got plenty of stuff I need to give away. Yes, Jason.
Am I eligible?
Yeah, if you start talking on the chat as well. Yes, Jason. This is weird.
Is it true that it's still rigged like that McDonald's Monopoly game?
No, that's not rigged. You see, I'm going to get into the particulars of how this works. Okay. So if you see that in your chat, in the group chat, am I eligible? How are you Captains Quadrant? I'm Captains Quadrant. Anyway, so basically how it works in the chat, when you go and you're online here with us and you're chatting, there are some numbers. Give it a prize. Oh my goodness, this is why people like the show. Give it a prize, Joe, and then
rigged. I'd see. I'm trying to be like Beto. I'm doing some investigative journalism.
Yeah, you're doing good. Yeah, you're good.
You got too much ethics to be Beto.
Oh boy. All right. So how this works again? There is a top chat box, and at the top of the top chat box is a little purple crown, depending on what browser color you're using. And in this purple crown, hey, what is this? I'm trying to explain.
I'm listening.
Yeah, Chase, you should have never gave him control. So in this chat here, there is a number. It says XP, and by that XP number is your XP, and whoever gets the most XP at the end of the episode will win some incredible prizes. Like it's the Butt Bugs sticker. You see that one? It's beautiful. I'm the captain now, and of course, our old school magnets, because we need to clear those out for copyright purposes. And
can I just say this is the audience's reaction right now?
All right, very well. But there's a lot of prizes, and at the end, I'm going to come off screen for a minute.
Oh, now
I thought he'd never leave
the show.
I didn't leave the show. I guess
he's back. Shh.
The grand finale, the season finale of Debrief.
Oh wow, Babylon 5.
Will have this. You'll win this model that you can build of the NCC 1701 Enterprise D. I'm going to give out the D at the end of the season. That's
Yeah,
Everybody
you're gonna
likes
give out the D, are you? That kind of show, Joe.
no, not like that. Anyway, it's
No, I hear that there's over 1,000 people on the D every day.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's get
Conservative
into
number.
first contact. I have no words right now.
Thanks.
Yay! All right, VHS Chase, your first contact.
I've been looking forward to this.
I just want to as I go on my little seminar now,
Mhm.
just want to preface this that when I agreed to come back on this for this season, it's because I have an absolute love for this show. As I said, this was the flagship show. I love season 1. Thought season 2 probably pushed the boundary a bit much, but still loved it. So I say this from a place of love, what I'm about to say. Now, straight off the bat, I will compliment this episode for having some unbelievable character moments. The talking heads in this episode are great. And it reminds you that Star Trek is kind of like Star Wars and Marvel. They cast so well.
They really do.
And you see those moments with Pike and Uhura and Spock. I mean, hell, Spock saying he was trying to cut off the human half of him. So great, that's kind of cool. Bit jarring, but, anyway. So beautiful close-up moments, And as someone who's a corporate videographer, I do talking heads all the time. So I certainly appreciate what they did there, all right? But oh boy, this episode for me is so frustrating for me. Firstly, overall, what is this whole episode even about? What is this documentary supposed to be about? How does the Federation even allow a documentary about Starfleet to... What is it, a recruitment video? Because at the end of it, they give these inspiring things of what Starfleet means to them, but the rest of it is a kind of expose of how much of a douche Beto was. This guy needs to be on a watch list. Right? Essentially, we get a documentary where we show him as a character manipulate Starfleet officers for information, be dishonest, and then make this apparently profound documentary, and he crosses the worst sin ever by making himself the central character in the end. That's a no-no for making documentaries, all right? This isn't Super Size Me, all right? You're doing something on Starfleet. So the whole documentary thing was poorly done in the sense of, even I'm supposed to buy the fact that he asked the questions. That droid is the worst cinematographer ever. And whoever
was it just me? I was
like, God, frack. It should be fired. So that's the documentary side of that. But in the first 10 minutes, I'm liking the concept and the idea of, okay, we're doing the documentary found footage kind of format here. The problem is it's you require a really good story to keep that thing viable for 45 minutes. And after 10 minutes, the format just becomes annoying. Side note, why do all the cameras on a sophisticated, technologically superior ship have CRT lines on their cam footage? It's a minor technical thing.
They're going back to the annoying technology of the future. That's
but it was a clever idea. Ensign annoying. No, it's not Ensign. Sorry, Ortega's bro, because I'm going to call him Ortega's bro. He seriously he is one of the most awful characters ever, because in the previous episode we've been set up that he likes Uhura because he's got a thing for her, right? A little bit of a slight budding romance.
Yeah.
But the idea to be such a manipulative dick, bravo for that. What else is there? Space Mothra. Space Mothra is
God, that's so well said.
The idea of it is kind of cool. And the payoff. Okay, the payoff, the idea is kind of profound, and it's sacrificing itself. And it should have affected me. Nothing. Wouldn't have cared less that Space Mothra flew into the big bug zapper in the sky, because that's essentially what happens. And they should have added that sound effect. We should have heard. Shame, missed opportunity there. Don't play the clip, Joe.
Oh, man.
What else was there? Okay, I'm going to list. Here we go. I'm going to list a few things.
Oh, God,
Just
you
off
gotta
of Star Trek.
No, I'm sorry.
Alien Earth, Peacemaker, For All Mankind, The Pit, Invasion, Andor. These are probably considered at the moment some of the top tier level television shows we've had in the last year. And why I'm so frustrated is because Star Trek is nowhere near them. And I remember a time, guys, where it was. Where if you list the best sci-fi shows on television, Star Trek was always number one or number two at, depending which side of the fence you on. It was always there. And so why I'm so frustrated is because episodes like this, with kind of basic good ideas, end up being executed so poorly by a failure of writers who understand science fiction and understand the potential of some of these ideas. And it breaks my heart. It really breaks my heart that now I come into this season, and I know this season isn't over yet, and they may prove me wrong. And Lord Almighty, please prove me wrong. But this has put the part where I'm going, I think I might be done with New Trek after this. Unless something changes, I see no reason to frustrate myself any further after this season with Star Trek. Now, truth be told, I'll probably end up watching it, but man, I am heartbroken. More than angry now, I'm just broken at the level of crap being served up. And that's just it. I've got more to say, but yeah. Oh, by the way, can we rename the show to Star Trek Trauma?
Star Trek Trauma.
Because that's all it is now. Every week it's about trauma. It's about people's feelings. And I'm over the feelings element, Back in the old days, what would you have? Someone like, look at Picard in the Best of Both Worlds. How does he end that episode? Not with a big discussion about his feelings. They tackle that in the next episode. No, we just get him looking out the window. I want more looking out the window.
Didn't they follow that up with an episode of nothing but his feelings? So I'm just saying.
Beautifully written and executed for that, right? But you know what you didn't have? The rest of the season being about Picard's feelings.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Are you done? Are you done?
Yeah, my nose is starting to bleed now. But
Uhura, don't talk to the monster so hard.
And Binga needs to put you into a coma so that your brain can heal.
Yeah.
Well, that was some medical dialogue. Yes, his brain needs to heal.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Thanks, Babs. That's awesome. You're a good actor. You're a good actor.
It's not the actors are all brilliant.
Is it my turn now?
Yes. No.
Okay. So yesterday I kind of said, well, I kind of liked the hopeful optimism of the end, and then I watched the episode again, and then I thought, yeah, this episode has got some serious problems, serious breaking problems, and it comes from a variety of things. Number one, how was this little douchebag able to finish his documentary? Because if he is actively basically manipulating and sabotaging the ship from the inside because he wants to make a scandalous documentary because Starfleet took his sister away, which was never established in an episode before this.
Nope.
Why was he not thrown out an airlock? I don't get it. I don't get how he was allowed to continue. And it's just like a breaking leg of the entire episode that Beto was allowed to keep filming his documentary. I know, he's not on the bridge anymore. Well, he's still got access to all the cameras. That's a good editor can make it look whatever they want. This was okay, all right. So it's no secret that Strange New Worlds has been genre bending this season. They have been going about trying to hit every single genre that has ever been made in the history of anything ever. And it almost works sometimes. Like this episode could have almost worked, but there are so many things working against it as well. Number one, we've seen this before. Anybody who watched this Deep Space Nine ripoff, Babylon 5, Leave an angry comment. Anyway, now anybody who's ever watched Babylon 5 knows of the INS episodes. You know, where the interstellar news networks come to Babylon 5 and they do a piece on it. You know, sometimes at the very beginning of the show they'd come and they do a straight up news story, and then later it became propaganda. So watching this episode, I just felt like I'd seen this before. And there was some excellent cinematography in this. They actually went out of their way to make it look like an honest to goodness documentary. And I applaud them for that. But it is so, it's been done. It has been done. Why are we doing this again? I don't get it. It's just repetitive at this point. Every time I see Strange New Worlds do a genre-bending episode, it feels like it was done somewhere else first. And I think what strikes me so deep about this episode the most is that it was almost a good episode. It was almost good because you did have what could have been a very poignant episode about, I don't know, animal rights, compassion over suffering, duty versus obligation. What is Starfleet? You know, what if somebody was telling them, you know what, take this weapon away? Oh, but it's a living thing. You know, I'm going to go let it go to the great big bug zapper in the middle of the solar system. And it just didn't work. And as Jay said, the space creature was cool. It was beautiful.
Yeah, I was the best thing about the episode.
Yeah, and it was just hampered by this extremely unethical documentarian doing a hit piece because Starfleet took my sister away. Now, strangely enough, even though I think that Beto is just an absolutely despicable character, even before this episode, I was just like, he's just not a good character. This episode might have worked if he had been in the episode a little more than he was.
Yeah, it was weird.
I hooked people in with a Babylon 5 comment.
Yeah, I think so.
You would come.
Babylon 5?
Fly, my monkeys, fly! But yeah, if they had taken time to give him the characterization that was needed for this episode, maybe it wouldn't have been so jarring. Maybe it would have actually worked. I don't know. Maybe. I just feel like I'm full of maybes. But right now, just another swing and a massive miss. They swung at the ball. The bat flew out of their hands. It flew into the stands, and it smacked a nun in the face. It was just that big of a misfire. And it sucks because it was almost there. This episode was almost there. Great character moments, a potentially beautiful story. And then they were just like, no, wait, we got to bend genres. Let's make it a documentary. Let's do what Babylon 5 did already. They ripped off Babylon. They ripped off Deep Space Nine. Let's rip them off. I just want more Babylon 5 people to correct.
Yeah, come back, Babylon 5 people.
You know, Jason, how you said it's almost good. You know what they should have done is flip the A and B plots. The A plot should have always been about Space Mothra, but the A plot was about character feelings and looking into Starfleet, which that should have been, and that meant it should have been the B plot. But it's not. It's just like the biggest thing out there that could kill everybody. Yeah, that's just a side story in this episode.
Yeah. And, you know, I wouldn't have even minded the story. I wouldn't have even minded the episode being told in a documentary style, because I honestly thought that the last 5 minutes of this episode, where the creature was going to go basically kill itself, was really good. And it was really powerful. But as you said, just turning this episode to where it's mostly about Beto and his hurt feelings because his sis isn't next to him all the time holding his little hand, just, it hampers it. And honestly, I'm not even mad. I'm sad at this point. I'm sad because it just, I just feel like the reach is not where the competence is right now. I just feel like so many of these high concept ideas are being kneecapped by just sheer incompetence right now. And it's not the actor's fault. It's not the director's fault. It is the writers. That's it.
All right. Well, I'd like
Explain yourself, Joe. What did you think?
I didn't like some of the cinematography, the choices that they made. I thought it would kind of got annoying after a while. And I thought it was summed up really, really well by our friend, Make It Sue. That is Melissa. Shout out to you. SNW season 3, episode 7. Huh? I saw so many close-up shots of pores. I thought I was in a skincare commercial.
I will say though, some of those moments, because they were so close up, like it really, that's where I think the performances really shine through.
Oh yeah.
Because it's got to happen here, Joe. It's got to happen here for us to have the buy-in. And the fact that they were able to sell you so hard on those moments. Again, I would get that casting agent who hired those 3 people, you know, the 3 main leads in all the way back for Discovery, deserves everything in the world, because without those 3, mind you, can I also say about Una?
Yeah.
She's the one character I think at this point, we've all got to agree, is being shafted story-wise.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, she wasn't in it
This
at all.
is horrible,
basically.
the treatment of Una.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I just realized, for as much mugging as she did for the camera, Pelia didn't even appear in the documentary.
Ha!
Oh, that's right.
Oh my God, that's so
Beto
true.
straight up edited her out of every shot.
Yeah, she
Now,
did like some
oh,
serious.
You want this episode to be worth anything? In the next episode, I want to see Pelia complaining that she wasn't in the document. I did so much. I smiled at the camera. I offered him a handy, and I got nothing.
Wow. 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 Jeez.
Yeah, wow. I forgot about that.
Spielberg
Yeah.
coming to Jurassic Park.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty on point.
Okay, I like the episode now. I'm sorry, I like the episode. That's a lie. I do.
All right. One of the things that I will say that I did like from the cinematography was that the ship shots where they're coming into the fray and you're getting a breakdown of how powerful the ship is, how much it weighed. It's almost like a weight by.
The on-screen motion graphics were pretty good on this.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah, I like
cool.
the fact that, especially with Mbenga, redacted.
Yeah.
They're all nice moments. I think it's hard to actually insult this episode from a technical standpoint.
No, you can't. Not at all.
Yeah.
I have another quick thought.
Okay. Just cut me off. That's fine.
Celia Rose was terrific.
Not even a thank you. Sorry. I mean, but go ahead.
No, it's sorry. She was terrific in this episode, but that scene where Beto tells her that her friend died on the Cayuga and he knew about it and waited until she was on camera.
Yeah.
He can go straight to hell. He can go straight to hell. Unethical piece of crap documentarian. I hope he's blackballed for the rest of his life.
You know what? We all hate that type of investigative journalism, but why did we get no indication of that in any other episode? See, if you were laying the seeds for this to be impactful, you should have, instead of him trying to get underneath Uhura's dress, so to speak, that we got to see him ask uncomfortable questions and then be dismissed, and you just leave it at that. 4 episodes ago, and you, instead of that other garbage they were doing, and then it would have been, oh, we got to watch out for this guy, but instead we get like a whole new character, and I feel like the writers are so stupid because this will fool the audience. They won't be expecting that. Yeah, we didn't expect it. We didn't like it either.
No.
Sorry, Joe. You are the host. Please speak.
Were you done, Jason?
Yes, sure.
Yeah, so the crappy.
Do you want to know what else
the crappy ending with where's that mute button? No, with the attempt to elicit emotion from Beto at the end was just kind of like very weak. I did like the giant butterfly going into the sun. That was pretty cool.
Space Mothra.
Space Mothra, yeah, glowing Space Mothra. And I really thought the demon aliens were neat looking. They did a good job. It was a Lankra or something like that. Wes is in tonight. Wes and My Figure Universe. Guys, what's the name of that other alien that they were kind of...
That dude who played the other alien, though,
Sounded
I feel
so
like
familiar.
that dude has played lots of aliens in that show.
Yeah.
He's got it. There's a familiar look about him, and I can't remember what from. But the head guy that plays the alien on the other ship, they didn't even try to give that species any development or any kind of uniqueness whatsoever.
No.
Wow.
It
Wes
was
No, they
so
did
bad.
not.
they gave
I
up.
think that's another reason why this episode didn't work is because I didn't really understand the conflict, and by as badly
Nor
as they
their
handled it,
perspective.
I didn't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it. Because
But
we had no.
don't you understand that they're going to kill millions of people? Wait, who's going to kill millions of what? I don't even
Yeah,
remember
what?
this. What?
Yeah. Yeah. And who were they fighting? We never really knew.
I don't know.
They never said.
No, I don't know.
It was annoying. That was annoying.
I mean, they gave him a name, but it was like text only.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I must have. It really went over my head because it's just like.
And again, the whole question of the documentary: what is Starfleet?
yeah, and we never got
But
that.
I don't feel the doco answered it.
No, definitely not. Yeah, so we are gonna go and see what's going on in the chats. There's a lot of chats going on
Did
today.
we even
so-
get your opinion on the episode, Joe?
Didn't-
You kinda-
It was meh. This was a mid episode for me.
We
Yeah.
kept interrupting him.
Yeah, I'm used to it. I'm the host. But
That's right.
the episode was mid. I had some things that I enjoyed. Space Mothra, the space demons. That was pretty cool how the design was for those aliens. That ship looked very crude. It looked very put together of just pieces of things that were on the floor for that alien species. But apparently they were pretty powerful because they were getting, they were going toe to toe with the Enterprise, and the Enterprise is the flagship of Federation, as far as I know at this time. So yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it could have
Man,
been better.
I'm so envious of you sometimes because I wish I could have that,
I'm not gonna.
perspective on the show.
Yeah.
But my cold, black, cynical heart just won't allow it.
No, I love Star Trek for the suspension of disbelief and the promise of a future
you
where
needed it this week.
and the promise of a future where we're all included and everybody has a purpose and there's no hunger or suffering on Earth. That's why I watch Star Trek, because
Except if you've got to watch that documentary, plenty of stuff. Right?
Except Beto. Beto's not included.
no, we want him to suffer apparently.
I want that listed on every toy product now to end time. Beto not included. Just
The only way I would have liked this episode is if, like, he, at one point he talks, well, Beto, why are you doing this? Well, I'm a butt bug, of course.
Then
it becomes one of the greatest Star Trek
Yeah.
ever.
They gave us the butt bug. Yeah. So, oh my goodness. All right, Lo, let's hang out with our friends in the chat. You can still chat. All right. So as we see, I'm wearing my glasses today, so we won't have to worry about any of those issues.
But the allergies okay?
Allergies, they took me pretty hard today, actually. I am glad I took my. No, okay. Anyway, we're gonna go up to the beginning. We said hellos. All right, My Figure Universe. I watched the episode a second time today, and I like it a little bit more than I did yesterday. I'll go with that. I think it's the biggest part of that bothered me was the documentary style. Yeah, it did kind of ring Ang Lee vibes to me. How he shot the Hulk with the different.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see what you mean. Kind of a cinema verite type.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Yeah,
it just doesn't work. He's right though. My Figure Universe. It's unsustainable for a whole episode.
Yes,
which is weird because I've seen movies where they completely do that, footage. But yeah.
Holly Mack. It's always good to see you.
Babylon 5 did an INS episode. It only took up maybe half of the episode.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
we
they're-
just keep saying Babylon 5 because every time you say Babylon 5, we get a new person in. So welcome. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, and subscribe. It helps us grow.
You know.
And if you enjoy our Star Trek content, you might as well go ahead and become a patron like Holly Mack right here. And you'll see her name at the end of our show.
Yay.
She had a last-minute errand to run. Well, I hope everything worked out.
Well, it did, because it did work out.
Yeah, it did work. She's here with us. Wes is very happy to see Holly, and it's given back. That was very funny. Yeah, we're gonna go over the rig stuff. I was under the weather today, so I wasn't sure if I'd make it tonight. Glad you did. Our friend from the Undiscovered Pod. We are glad to see you.
Do you have allergies too, Greg?
Allergies kicked me today. I'm wondering if they kicked you too. Good evening, gentlemen. Babylon 5. We lost two people. Babylon 5. Babylon 5. I am taking this time to clean my glasses. I think we must have been talking about allergies or something. I finally didn't have to commit a crime to get the D. No, you don't. All you have to do is win the chat on our season finale of Debrief, aka season finale of Star Trek Strange New Worlds recap. You can win the D. This D is ready for you. Ready to go. Let's put it right in the box. All right. Celia Rose Gooding was fantastic in this episode.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Most time, actually.
You know what? I really can't wait to see what she does after this show.
Yeah, if they end up going
I think we're going to be seeing a lot of her.
Yeah, if they end up going into
she's got it.
Year one, I think that it would be great. I might have an unpopular opinion about this episode. Okay, we'd like to hear it.
Okay, he seems to like it.
Yeah, I'm going to put up that call. If you guys want to call in, you can call in. That's the number. I set it up. My phone is charged. You guys can call in.
I remember that episode of MASH, the interview.
Oh.
Where's mate? That was so much better than this. I do remember that episode fondly, and it is.
Our friend
This
Wes
can only wish to be as good as that episode.
Oh, we do have our first caller. Yes.
There we go.
Hello. Give me 1 second. I'm going to switch it to the podcaster. Go for it. Hello, sir or madam.
Okay, so you want my unpopular opinion?
Yeah, there it is.
There it is, Greg. What's your popular opinion?
I enjoyed this episode more than a lot of people, and that's because whether it had a place in Star Trek or not, especially this season that has been so miss and miss with one hit for me, which was I think 2 weeks ago. So I actually think this episode was the whole thing is about perspectives, and when you see things from two different perspectives, and that's what we're seeing Starfleet as. Not to mention if they're making a commentary about documentaries in general that can do anything, make it look negative or positive. There's been a lot of things actually ruined by documentaries when they're telling half-truths or they're just telling things that because they have an agenda. So he goes in all pissed off at Starfleet and comes out with an understanding a little bit more. So it was this negative at first and then kind of changing the attitude when both perspectives are not necessarily true or not true. So that's what I liked about that episode. I don't disagree with some of the things. Oh, and getting to Celia, yes, excellent performance. And I feel like this episode was an essential Uhura, the character of Uhura episode. I feel like it's an essential, and we've never gotten one of those before, except for a freaking animated series episode. The most they ever gave Uhura to do was an animated series episode. So that's the reason I liked the episode. Whether it had a place in Star Trek or not, I don't know. But there's a lot going on about in the world, which is a whole other podcast in and of itself, about looking at things from only a one-sided perspective. And I think that this was sort of a commentary on that. And I really enjoyed it for that reason.
Awesome. Greg,
I did have here one thing I didn't mention. I said the only thing the docos were missing were either the MSNBC logo or the Fox News logo, which kind of goes into what you're saying.
Yeah.
There is like extreme perspectives on either side looking at a subject, and generally it's usually in the middle. But still, I'm sorry, Greg, this episode sucked hard.
No, I agree with the negatives and the positives that all of you have mentioned. But if I was like, Star Trek is really good at parables and symbolism and things like that. And while it was kind of weird, I think that that's what they were going for, because this world, I think, would be a much better place if we met in the middle on everything, and we're just not lately. We're just not, and I think that's where this episode comes in. Beto is sort of, for a much loose definition of it, he was kind of like a MacGuffin in the episode. Like, he didn't actually matter, but more the message mattered.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So that's it. That's my unpopular opinion.
There it is. And we've let people know to go follow you on the Undiscovered Pod on Instagram, and we appreciate your call.
Definitely. Thanks, Greg.
I'll see you
Awesome
soon, bud.
stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going to see you next week in person, bud.
That's right. See you.
All right.
All right. Karen
Nice
McLeod.
guy.
Yeah, great guy. Great guy.
No,
And,
nice guy, even though they
the whole
left
group
me out of the promo. That's fine.
No. You're the problem. Blair Witch did it better. Yes, Karen McLeod. That is so true. Blair Witch did do
Don't
it
say
better
that too loud. We'll
Yeah,
have a Blair Witch episode next season.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
It'll be Ortega's running around on a planet with a camera up her nose going, I'm so scared right now.
The thing that bothers me about this, and see Shigotash, the thing that bothers me about this episode is like the droid is weak and not flying around as well. I guess those camera shots when like this ship gets hit, it gets all messed up. So
I get the bad camera angles, but who was editing this thing?
yeah, the editing was.
You know, and who was going to distribute this? I still don't know. Who was it for?
Yeah.
I understand what Greg was saying about, and you're right, that is baked into it. But the problem is there are basic things that are just make no sense.
Yeah.
All right, who's it for?
Yeah.
If Starfleet allows you to declassify footage, and the type of footage where we see people die, he uses footage of people getting exploded in one of the hallways.
Yeah.
So if the Starfleet is allowing you to use that material, why? It just makes no basic sense of they would allow this. And how are people watching it?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's like a YouTube thing. Space YouTube.
Oh, come on. Don't get technical with me, my figure universe. It's a good joke. I wasn't trying to be accurate.
My figure universe says technically Mothra is already Space Mothra because Mothra comes from space.
Nerd.
Everyone keeps telling me I need to watch The Pit. I really need to do that.
I'm telling you, it is some of the finest television that
Starfleet equals constellations equals 88 from Daniel B.
What does that mean?
I'm not sure. It's a medical drama on HBO starring
drugs, if I'm not mistaken.
Does it?
I don't
know. I don't know.
Hey, whatever it is, I'm sure it's illegal.
I've been meaning to watch The Pit.
HBO, I think you need to send me something. I'm clearly getting you a new audience.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like, it's great. And damn, Chapel got banged up too, and then
we didn't have to deal with her feelings.
Yeah, she done banged up a lot. Very well said. My figure universe says, I really hope one last time we get to see his character. I'm assuming you were talking about the guy.
Yes, I think he's pretty well talking about Beto.
Yeah, I think Beto's going to get eaten by Gorn or something. Gives more reason for her to hate the Gorn. Or maybe leave the ship, and that's why she's not on the Enterprise when Captain Kirk's there.
Took me away from you, sister. Oh, fine, I'll go with you. And that's our last episode.
Yeah, red flag. Yeah, Beta was a red flag. Interesting that the Federation has a Freedom of Information Act.
Right.
Yeah, foil.
Right, like that's interesting that they've allowed that kind of freedom of speech. Considering they're dealing with thousands upon thousands of different species, you've already got walk on eggshells. But here's a documentary about how horrible we can be.
Yeah.
I wonder if they still have that by the 24th century. Like if some old lady's sitting at home going, oh, it looks like Ben Sisko made a log entry. And he said he tried to erase it, but it didn't erase. That's weird. Oh, my God.
Foil.
Can you imagine what type of streaming service they have in that kind of century, you know? I've just watched the new season of super old Sex in the City. Let's see what else is on. A documentary about Starfleet. My grandson's in there. And that's the footage she sees is when that kid gets blown up in the hallway and they use it. That's the grandson.
My grandson. Oh boy, that's rough.
Wait a minute. You mean my baby went down on the Cayuga?
Oh no.
I'm rating this 2 out of 5 stars.
My Universe says, and honestly, if it was a real documentary and he was trying to make them look good or look bad, he would have never left the part out where he was a manipulator and he was crying.
And again, it just makes no logical sense. Then why did he leave it in?
Yeah.
Based on that, why did he leave it in? What did you think it was going to make a more powerful storytelling because he was the center of the story now? Jace.
Yeah. What kind of documentarian takes that many shots of himself? He took his own reaction shot in the lounge watching the creature flying into the bug zapper, kind of going, I'm like, get over yourself.
Now,
Get over yourself.
And that's coming from Jason.
I know.
TikTok,
I am the most arrogant, self-absorbed prick you will ever meet. And even I hate this guy.
Karen McLeod, welcome to the Captains Quadrant. We hope you like, share, and subscribe.
Lower Decks Rock.
See, this is making me miss Lower Decks because next season they'd be like, hey, you remember that documentary, This is Starfleet? Yeah, the guy was like taking all these pictures of himself. What, did he think he was the star of it?
Yeah.
Yes, that was quite unprofessional and unethical.
Yeah. Journalism has been in Star Trek too, like Big Cisco working for the Federation News Service and the FMN segment from the first episode of Picard. Yep. A World Series equals Deep Space Nine. Yes, Deep Space Nine was amazing. Thank you, Daniel.
Yes, it was.
New Artistic Mystic Soul. We are welcoming you to this. Thank you. According to Walter K, DS9 was a ripoff of Babylon 5. Really? I love both. Just saying.
Okay. Quite honestly, I love both Babylon 5 and Deep Space Nine as well, but no, it wasn't. It wasn't. No. Deep Space Nine was in development like way. It was in development back whenever Roddenberry was still alive.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think Deep Space Nine was being drawn up during TNG.
Yeah, it debuted in season 5, wasn't it? Of TNG.
Yeah.
J. Michael Straczynski, I think, kind of latched onto that legend for publicity, in my opinion. Kind of
no way.
Whipping up. Yeah. But no, it's not. It's not. I have seen lists, and again, I'm a fan of Babylon 5's 2nd through 4th season. I'm a fan.
Specifically this one.
Specifically the 2nd through 4th season and that 2-parter in the 1st season. I'm a fan of those and the last episode. I'm a fan of those episodes. But yeah, I have seen people make lists comparing Deep Space Nine to Babylon 5, and I'm not kidding. Some of the similarities that are too similar are the dumbest things I've ever seen. Like Sheridan, Cisco, both start with an S. My God, let's throw Rick Berman in jail right now.
There it is.
Both take place in space on a space station.
Artistic Music Soul, we appreciate your comment. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate that.
Avoid Crusade. I avoid all the Babylon 5 spinoffs. I'm sorry. they're oh no.
Oh boy.
And the movies, Third Space, more like Turd Space.
Oh boy. Sounds like Beto wanted to paint the Enterprise crew as evil people. Yeah, he was.
That's what they. And again, it's such a basic concept for a plot. Because it makes no sense in the start. What, he got clearance? Like, nobody asked him questions what his intent of this documentary was beforehand.
True.
Like, any basic interview with this dumbass kid would have exposed that he had bad intentions. So then the whole conceit that he wasn't even, I think Jay said it, how was it even allowed on the ship in the first place?
Yeah.
When Uhura should have immediately gone to Captain Pike after that conversation.
Yeah, HR.
And said, hey, listen, this guy's doing this. And Pike would have been, that's interesting. Call security.
Yeah. Oh, La'an would have had fun pushing him out of an airlock or something. And then, I got to leave the ship. Sounds good. Tyler Boret Ortegas was a tad needy. Both of them were, yes.
Was she, though? Because she kept being, she was like, okay, yeah, go away. Yeah, that's not her being needy. That's her being annoyed.
The thing with her hand and everything at the end.
And I don't like the moment where they show her practicing what she's about to say.
Yeah.
Because any genuine Like, the idea is, you actually get to hear what she says in the beginning. That's her being honest, but then we've got to show her just doing it for the camera. I just don't think that was necessary, any of that. She should have just said what she wanted to say.
Yeah.
They're trying to be clever, and the problem is, in their effort to try to be clever with their storytelling, they forget that the audience are generally smarter than writers these days. We've seen it all. We've been exposed to it all. And I think they undervalue the audience. I think that's the most disrespectful thing about Star Trek, is the current group of writers don't respect the audience.
Yeah. I think the episode would have been better if they would have just had a standard episode and Dumbass could have been making his documentary on the side, and we don't need to actually see it. I agree.
Or instead of having this profound moment where we're seeing the sun and then the credits roll over, that in the credits we got to see snippets of the documentary.
Yeah, that would have worked.
Or Beto being thrown out of an airlock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But can't argue that. I wish I could. I really wish I could, but seems too good for him, honestly.
Daniel is a fan of Through the Looking Glass. He thinks it's just as good as Mirror Mirror, I think.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Love that episode.
Yeah. This episode made me glad I have no siblings. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
It made me more worried that I have siblings, actually.
This episode and the whole season isn't sitting right with me.
I like this person.
Right.
I like
Yeah,
this
Right.
person.
Right.
Yeah. Yes, thank you, Joe. You're welcome, Wes. Maybe it's Maybelline. Oh, that's for the close-up stuff. Yeah, that's good stuff.
All right.
Let's
All
see.
right.
We have anything good? Uh-oh. I hear Beto is a pinko commie.
What do you think his
Pinko comedy.
You really want to
Comedy,
get into who is he? Which side is he politically supposed to be representing? Because I think he looks like he's trying to represent like the alt left.
Yeah.
Because he's questioning authority, he's questioning all that. That's what I think he's kind of representing.
I agree.
And
I
that's
think he's just an arrogant filmmaker, to be honest.
yeah. I mean, he's an idiot. He's a moron.
Yeah.
He's self like it's all about his own ego. That's that's the reality of this. It brings no enlightenment to anyone. This whole thing. No one's better for experiencing Beto's garbage documentary.
Yeah. There was a Bolian birthday.
Yes, I did see the Bolian birthday. It's
Nice.
always good to see the TNG
Yes.
aliens come back. I always like that.
That's right. Yeah. Alien Nation. Great show.
Alien Nation. This guy just drops.
Great movie and show. I like both.
It did specify on screen that in text that the Enterprise is a flagship of the Federation.
Oh,
Yep,
yeah.
of course. Anton Smith, welcome to the Captain's Quadrant. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. We'd appreciate it.
Just put
At this point in the season, perhaps it's better to question what is SNW?
Yeah, it's Star Trek Strange New Trauma. That's
Yeah.
the show. That's what they call it.
Strange new genre.
Star Trek doing
That's
paranormal.
another one.
This is a good one. Wes says Star Trek doing paranormal activity wouldn't surprise me.
You know,
Yeah.
I just got to stop for a minute
Well, you got
because
Spock just hovering over,
In the corner or something.
there is an
Who's
episode of Babylon 5, with Doctor Who with Peter Capaldi where they did a found footage episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called. It's like a horror episode, and it's a very divisive. Some people hate it, some people love it. But they actually made the found footage aspect of the episode a major plot point at one point.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I just thought that because at one point the Doctor just kind of looks and goes, "Where are the cameras?" And that's like everybody's like, "Oh my God, where are the cameras?" And it turns out it's like this whole thing. I don't want to spoil it, but
I think
something like that. If you want to bend genres, put a new spin on it. Put a new spin on it. Don't do what other people have done.
Exactly. Like, what they should have done with this found footage? An idea would have been, if you are going to show the behind the scenes of that, every bit of footage should have been an aspect of their lives that we haven't seen before. Like, we really should have been focusing on things that we don't normally see in the day-to-day operation of Starfleet. That would have made it at least interesting.
I want to see like the awkward personal stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like them getting ready, things we don't normally see on Star Trek, like Spock coming out of the Enterprise bridge bathroom and Ortega's about to go in there and he goes, I would recommend not entering the facility. What do you mean? Oh my God! What the hell?
Heather Donahue, who's the
That'd be
star of Blair Witch Project, is an amazing in the miniseries Taken. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it wholeheartedly.
Oh, cool.
All right. To the people around, that's weird. The door just closed by itself. To the people around the fandom,
Wasn't happy with that then either.
No.
But that was totally different. That was the literal launch of the Federation flagship. That wasn't
it was
newsworthy event.
promotional visit.
Those people were vetted, and they got, at one point they threw them off the bridge, and it's like, no, you shut these things off, get them out of here. They recruited them, like, go down there and be a nurse, you bunch of Jews, just get out of it.
Yeah.
Go back.
Babylon.
Ooh, has it really? I didn't know that. I feel like I'm just learning something new.
Yeah, it is. I'm still of the mind that it's a manufactured controversy, and it was done by JMS for just getting people to talk about it. And
well,
at that time, franchise fatigue was starting to set in with Star Trek, and so he was like, maybe if I make these people mad enough, they'll come watch my show.
There you go.
The thing is, from an Australian perspective, Deep Space Nine was awfully tough to watch those for the original airing because they would play it at like midnight. But Babylon 5 was always seen, from my perspective, a lot of people I knew at the time, as just like the real cheap version of DS9. At its base level, it was just cheaper, not as good. And I don't know if that's true or not because I never watched all Babylon 5. But
Babylon 5 was a quality show.
Admiral Joe! Woo! What up, dude?
Anyway, it was a quality show. It was a quality show. They did some darn good episodes, and they told a darn good story. I am a fan of the show. Now, I will say, you got to get through the first season. And the first season is rough.
See, you sold me just before that. As soon as you said you've got to get through it, you're like, well, why bother?
Yeah.
Am I better just watch a YouTube recap for 15 minutes and then launch into the second season?
Probably.
Maybe. Admiral Joe is...
I love the spotlight on the Zocalo that they have for absolutely no reason in the early episodes. It's like, we got this shopping mall on the station. Isn't this cool? Who's got a spotlight up there? Will you stop that?
Admiral Joe is one of our fine and featured patrons. We appreciate you, and we're grateful for your Admiral Joe. And if
you would like to think so, why he's insulting you two? Because I know he's not talking about me. So
no. If you want to become a Patreon, you should join the ranks of Admiral Joe, Holly Mac 79, Johannes Borg, and Cosmic Space Mom, and others, and join our Patreon by going to patreon.com/Captains Quadrant. And we're going to have some special videos coming out specifically for Patreon, like we said. And there's a whole slew of fun things there. You get merch, and T-shirts, and everything. It's a ton of fun. I did an episode of Twin Cities with Jeffrey of Metatrek videos and compare and contrast to Babylon 5 Deep Space Nine. All right, check that out.
Very good.
Season 3 of SNW has been fantastic. Wow, Joe.
Hey, you know what?
Everybody's got their...
I will say this again. If you are getting joy from something that I am not angry. I'm not upset. I'm happy. I really am. I'm happy that you're enjoying it.
The Doctor Who episode title is called Sleep No More.
Sleep No More, yes.
Wow. Spock had some bad Vulcan plummeek soup.
Or some good Vulcan plummeek soup.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah. All right. Now it's time to fire at will because there's something exciting going on in the Trek universe.
Fire at will.
Yes. For those of us...
There is actually.
Hopefully we're all on the same page here, but there is some exciting news in the game world once again. We've got a brand new Star Trek Voyager game coming out at last. It looks cool. There's a whole lot of pew-pews, so I'm all in. What do you got?
I'm being a little bit cynical because naming the last great... I know. I've so got something up my butt today, and it ain't a butt bug. Tell me the last greatest Star Trek game. Tell me. Give it to me. Give me the greatest Star Trek game.
Star Trek Armada, Star Trek Online, Star Trek
Renaissance,
Star Trek First Duty,
Fleet Command was kind of fun.
No, was that Voyager one? It was like a first-person shooter in the late 90s.
That one
Elite
was fun.
Force. Elite Force.
Yeah. That's to me the last great fun Star Trek game.
Yeah, the new one is going to
Resurgence, not Renaissance. Yeah, sorry, I meant to say Resurgence.
Yeah, and then they also have the VR games coming out too.
Nah, that's what's got my attention. The VR game. I tell you why I've got interest, because I own a MetaQuest 3. And
there it is.
So I would definitely like to play it.
This was great.
You know, at the end of the day, you know, there are those that can have and those that can't. And clearly, I own one and you don't. So I do want to play it. Yeah, Star Trek Infection.
Infection, yes, that's the virtual one. Yeah.
You know what I think the problem is?
I thought that was the one where Captain Kirk had to call all of his old partners and say, "You may want to get."
That's the whole VR game. There's a teledex and a phone.
Yeah,
you're just on the phone the whole game.
Yeah.
Explaining yourself.
Hello, Khan. No. You may want to get tested.
You know, I think Star Trek may, like a first-person view, Star Trek game might work really well in the VR space. The reason I say that, I think one of the problems with the normies, as you call them, liking Star Trek games is how complex they can get sometimes, because, you know, it's science-based. And I think with VR and the footage that I've seen, being able to pick things up and behave with them and things out in certain spaces of the ship, I think it may lend itself to be a really cool experience.
Yeah.
That in this podcast, only one of us will get to enjoy it.
Yes, that's true.
Suckers.
I have that quest, but you know, whatever. You ain't all that in a bag of chips, mister.
Star Trek Ridge Command was my game. I actually remember that one.
Yeah,
Armada and Armada 2 were my jam.
Yeah. I love
of gamers.
It was great.
Yeah.
What was there was remember also being a really good RTS Star Trek game. I wonder if anyone can. Maybe I'm making that up on my head. Yeah,
I don't even know what RTS means.
Real-time strategy, like Command and Conquer and stuff like that.
That's Armada.
That's the game, Armada. Yeah. Okay. Good.
One of my favorite Star Trek games was a game called Star Trek Legacy, where you went from.
That was a good game. Yeah,
that was a great game, and it gave us another origin story of the Borg at the end, because you went from Enterprise all the way to, I think Deep Space Nine.
It went to Voyager, I think.
Voyager, is it all canon?
And it starred the voices of William Shatner, Patrick Stewart,
Scott Bakula,
Avery Brooks was in it.
Yeah. It was the last.
I think it had Janeway in it.
Janeway was Kate Mulgrew was there.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, it was a very.
They don't really sell well, do they? That's the problem. They don't.
No,
enough units.
No. We don't. I mean, most Star Trek guys, they want to play on the PC or whatever it is.
Yeah, but even them, they don't. They don't do Star Wars game numbers.
Yeah, that's true. Star Trek.
Hey, can I mention a bit of news that I found out?
Oh, yes.
Because I just happened to be watching a podcast with Katie Sackhoff, and she's talking to Ronald D. Moore.
Oh, yeah.
It's not that old. You saw that one?
Yeah.
Did you not find it super interesting then? When asked, would he ever return to Star Trek, he was very open to the concept.
Yeah,
and said, after I did my 10 years, he goes, I didn't want anything to do with it. I wanted away from it. He goes, but now, time has passed. And he goes, I still love that universe. It'd be really, he goes, I think I've got a couple of really great ideas on how to come in with that. My God. But come on. These guys are offering themselves on a platter to you, Paramount. Both Terry Metalis and Ronald D. Moore. What is going on here? Is the ego of Kurtzman so large that he wouldn't say, how much money do you want, Ronald D. Moore? Do what you want.
Well, Kurtzman up in next year, so maybe when that ship sails.
Let's remember, he has famously said in an interview when he was interviewed around Star Trek 2009 that he had no knowledge of Star Trek.
Yep.
And within 4 years of that, he is given the keys to the kingdom.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, so I would not be surprised if we get a lot of personnel change once everything comes to fruition next year. I got to let everyone know that most of the games are on GOG, whatever that is.
I don't know what that is.
Wes, what is GOG? All right. Well, it's time to.
Isn't that the God figure from Adventure Time?
Maybe. I believe it is time for us to depart with Jason Roy Gaston and get good old games.
Yeah, it's time. It's time. Joe,
Yeah.
we got a real special one this week.
Yeah.
Right?
Time for Galaxy of the
If you want to
Stars.
talk about exclusive investigative journalism, this week's a good one on the poorly titled
Galaxy of the Stars.
And here we are, especially with, I don't know this gentleman's name, but one of the pack-led. Sir, please introduce yourself.
Hello, you may call me Reginald. It's a pleasure to meet you both. Hello.
Wait a minute. We're supposed to be interviewing a pack-led.
Yeah.
Yes, you
sound like
have a
pack-led.
pack-led, my dear boy.
What's the deal, man? What's
Yeah,
going
wait,
on? Why
I-
are you sounding smart?
I don't know. Why are you sounding smart? I've been watching the podcast up until now, and I am not impressed.
Fine. So, really, we do know what's going on here, Mr. Packland.
Oh,
We've been doing
why
our
don't you
own
illuminate us,
investigation
my
into your
Aussie
species.
friend?
We figured out something, didn't we, Joe, in our investigation? We found out that you guys have been faking being dumb the whole time. What is the deal with that?
Well, if you want to know the truth,
Yeah.
in our eternal quest to procure objects to give us a forward velocity, I've found that people will, well, let's just say, underestimate you if you believe that they are of a smaller intelligence than you. You will not believe the long con that we've been playing. You remember when we kidnapped Geordie LaForge that one
Yeah.
time?
Yeah, that's great.
We got the blueprints for the Defiant.
The Packlets have their own Defiant.
We have our own Defiant. We call it Pew Pew Ship. Let me
You
tell
guys
you
are brilliant.
Pew Pew Ship will make you go pew pew in your own knickers.
You guys are evil. Evil to the core. Joe, we've got to alert some people. These guys
Yeah.
are clearly, this is a multi-generational plan they're developing.
It's a
here to
long
take
con, my rotund fellow. It's quite a
What's
journey.
it do with the dig? Aren't you also
Yeah, what's with
or is
the
it a
fat
bad
joke?
joke?
Simply observant, that's all. I'm just observant.
Yeah.
Oh, are you
Yeah,
wearing
nice
a body
eyebrows,
suit?
dude.
You're actually very muscular as well.
Oh, you would not believe, my friend, you could grate cheese on my abs. And I have. Enjoy the nachos, ladies.
That's
This
what I
whole
hear.
year.
I
That's what
can
I
make
hear.
you go because I can take you there.
Wow. Who knew? Who knew we've been fooled 30 years
Won't
of
even go there.
I'm
Great
in a state of
respect
shock.
for your
I don't know
mother,
how
I
to deal
won't
with
even
this.
go there.
Oh boy. Oh
Yeah.
boy. I don't know what to say except what's next for the Packlets then? If you've now given us an exclusive, we've unfurled your long con. What is the ultimate plan?
Oh my goodness. Well, let me tell you something. It's classified.
Oh, yeah, that's being smart.
Yeah.
Okay, so when are we going to begin the real interview?
We're kind of almost done.
Yeah, we're wrapping it up, bud.
What?
All right.
I mean, yeah. We look for things to make me go. I will destroy you for this.
We gotta get out of here, Joe. That has been another episode of the
I will
poorly
send the
titled-
pew pew ship after you.
Thanks for your time.
Red alarm.
Red alarm.
Jason's the smart one for not wanting to be involved in any of this. He is the smart one, I gotta
Yeah.
say.
He,
Anyway.
he really made it go.
Are we done?
All right, friends. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up for another exciting episode of Captains Quadrant Debrief as we looked into what is Starfleet, or as some of us have said, what is SNW.
Or what the was that episode?
Yeah. Well, it has been a pleasure. I want to say, gentlemen, as always, thank you so much for joining us every Friday, 9 p.m. live. Be sure to become a patron, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And I'm going to announce the winners. The winners, ladies and gentlemen, this week are Wes Huntington and Karen McLeod. Yeah.
Okay. I'm still questioning the legitimacy of this game.
No, you just go to the thing and when
Feels like a long con to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weston.
And what are they getting?
They are going to be the newest recipients because they don't have this already.
It's new merch, Joe. Let's have a look.
We do have new merch. We have the Cosmic Mom stickers, and those are foil stickers. So those are really cool. I forgot to put them in the room here, but they're going to get each are going to get one of these wonderful stickers. The I am the captain now.
Use them as nip tassels if you want.
You know, if you really wanted to take this to the next level, and this is an idea, I'm doing it live, so people know it's again one of my brilliant ideas. Design a sticker book to put the stickers in.
Oh,
The Captains Quadrant sticker book. Remember them when you were kids?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. That's brilliant. Copyright Jason, the man with the ideas.
Yeah.
I had a sticker book once for Christmas.
Oh, Karen McLeod's going to meet Doug Jones tomorrow.
I was worried, Jason, when you were saying the type of sticker book you had, because I thought you were going to talk about a teenager. And you have
I found it in my brother's drawer, and I took it to my own room, and it was all fun until I licked a sticker and then didn't wake up for 3 weeks.
Oh, damn, we went there.
Still don't know why
Thank
Snoopy
you, Holly
did
Mac.
that
I do
to
think
me.
that would be a lovely idea.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
have
I'm gonna come up with a sticker book. Yep. All right.
Yeah, no. I will guide the design of the sticker
That's
book.
probably the best idea.
Probably a good idea, right? My Figure Universe? Gotcha.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll seek his advisement too.
Like
He's
the
wonderful
Panini
designer.
sticker books back in the day where you had to buy the packs. There you go. That's true.
Oh,
So,
we're going to start making foil packs with a piece of gum that'll shatter in your mouth and
Wow.
make you bleed for days.
Stab right up into your
Yeah,
I don't think I
totally.
want to
Let's
send
do
those
that.
out.
I see no legal issues with that at all.
At all. Yeah. But thanks, guys.
If we
Thanks everybody in the chat.
If we are planning on rebranding the show, like seriously, I have a suggestion.
Yep.
Trek culture, but mean. Because that's what we've been lately. We've been Trek culture, but mean, and with less.
Oh yeah.
And
I'll speak for myself. I've definitely been in mega asshole mode this season. I didn't want to. I didn't want to love the show.
Season.
Yeah, the whole season. Serious. It's the whole season.
Just this season. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I really prefer a musical episode at this point.
JQ. We're the third because I'm Joe Dove. He's Jason. He's Jason. Yeah, we're JQ.
It's kind of weird. I feel like I'm meeting all these new people, and they must think I'm new. They don't realize I was actually really this whole show structure, the whole everything was. I had a massive part in it.
Yeah, he recruited me. I picked up my phone one day. He's like, "You want to be part of a Star Trek podcast?" And I'm like, "Sir, don't hurt me."
Actually,
I think get on stream.
I actually recruited you, Jason, because you did the Star Trek thing on the TikToks. So people should go to your TikToks.
Yeah,
if they
you
want
should
to.
go to mine too, just because.
Well, yours, you guys
it's
both
kind
have
of
great
similar,
TikToks.
but less in quality. So
no, you don't. You have those dope intros.
I'm like the Babylon 5 version. It's gonna get controversial.
Oh shit, that's great. All right, everybody, thank you so much, and we will see you next week. Don't forget, season finale. You get a chance at my D. The D.
Boo.